Welcome guys back to another video in the channel. We are doing another episode of Arsenal Transfer News Daily, and we are back with some more news including Gabriel Magalhaes and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Joelson Fernandez. If you guys got any transfer news, please leave it in the comment section down below. I might discuss it and you might even feature on one of these Arsenal Transfer News Dailies. So let's get straight into our first bit of news, which includes Gabriel Magalhaes. Arsenal stepping up talks to sign Gabriel Magalhaes ahead of Manchester United. Arsenal stepped up their pursuit of Lille centre-back Gabriel Magalhaes, according to reports in France. Mikel Arteta is looking to bolster his options in defence this summer, although he's already got William Saliba as a new addition following the end of his loan spell with Saint Etienne. Man United, Everton and Napoli have all been linked with a move for the 22-year-old, but according to France Bleu Nord, Arsenal have stepped up their chase and leading the negotiations to sign the Brazilian defender. Napoli were willing to offer 30 million euros, which is 27 million pounds for Gabriel after signing Victor Osimhen, but the situation has apparently changed and Arsenal are now in pole position to sign the centre-back. Reports last week claimed that Gabriel's representatives were in England to hold talk with potential buyers, with United and Everton believed to be two teams interested. United are targeting a new central defender this summer, although Ole Gunnar Solskjaer revealed on Tuesday that Chris Smalling is back in his plans following his season-long loan with Roma. Meanwhile, Gabriel has made it no secret of his desire to play in the Premier League following his impressive performances in the French top flight, and Lille's president Gerard Lopez admitted earlier this season that Gabriel is destined to join a top club. I feel he is among the top 5 dominant central defenders in Europe right now, said Lopez. His statistics, which aren't well covered outside of France, show that his percentage for winning duels is pretty unheard of in a league that's extremely physical. He's an absolute machine, so to me he's well on his way, if not this year, to potentially a really big club. I'm certain he's on his way to the Brazilian national team at one point as well. The president also goes on to say that he's been linked to 2 clubs in the UK, and he's clearly been linked to other clubs that have either inquired or moved forward with proposals for him, but we're not in a hurry and we're not playing right now. Obviously the French league did get cancelled ahead because of the pandemic, so they're not in a big rush to sell him at the moment. I have made a video on him before, so I'm not going to go into his statistics in this video. If you guys do want to check out statistics, go into that video. You just have to scroll down on my channel. I might even leave it in the description box below, so go please check that out. And this guy Gabriel, I've always said he's a player that is still levels above our centre backs right now, and he'd be a brilliant addition to our squad. And for 27 million pounds, he does look like a real steal. Obviously next to his French counterpart William Saliba, they play in the same league, and obviously Nicolas Pepe was from Lille as well, so the links there from Saliba and from Pepe show that this could be a deal that could be worth happening, especially with the links with Gabriel and Arsenal. Could convince Gabriel to join Arsenal, and it is a real possibility. That is the news today that suggests that Arsenal could be in for Gabriel and could sign him in a few weeks time. Next bit of news comes from Arsenal, and this is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, as Arsenal make a new mammoth contract offer to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Arsenal have apparently upped their contract offer to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and now prepared to pay him £300,000 a week to remain at the club, according to reports. The Gabon international has enjoyed another prolific season in front of goal, firing his side to FA Cup glory with a brace against Chelsea at Wembley, while he's a key leadership figure in the dressing room. However, Aubameyang has less than a year remaining on his contract, and Arsenal feel they will need to sell their top scorer if he does not commit to fresh terms, rather than risk losing him for nothing. Mikel Arteta is desperate to keep the 31-year-old in Arsenal's hierarchy, prepared to back their manager, with the Times claiming the forward has been offered a new lucrative deal. Aubameyang will earn in the excess of £300,000 a week, including bonus payments in his proposed new contract, up from the £200,000 he currently earns. He will also receive a one-off payment of £300,000 due to a clause in his current contract requiring him to score assists at least 25 goals, a benchmark he reached in the Premier League on the final day of the season. A new deal would make Aubameyang the second highest earner at Arsenal, only behind Mesut Ozil. Arsenal really want to offload him. Alongside the mammoth salary, Arteta hopes Arsenal's improving performances in FA Cup victory have shown Aubameyang that he can achieve anything he wants at North London and cements himself into the side's folklore, obviously going up there alongside the likes of Thierry Henry and Ian Wright. So Aubameyang, we have talked about him a lot, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but apparently we did report a £250,000 offer was reported. Apparently that has been rejected, and a new £300,000 offer plus add-ons has been offered to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in order for him to stay. At the moment he is on holiday, so maybe a deal could already be secured, who knows, but again it will be very interesting to see what happens. Aubameyang, as I've always said, is a very important part to Arsenal's squad. He's such a good player and he scores so many goals, and he'll be irreplaceable. If we can only get 40 £45 million from this summer. You know, you can't get someone as good as him this summer, someone who's, you know, who's gonna score 30 goals a season. You know, you need that in your squad, and someone like Aubameyang is irreplaceable. Right now, I'd probably say he's better than Timo Werner, because Timo Werner hasn't proven it for Chelsea in the Premier League, and he's not played in the Premier League, so you can't really say that. So I think Aubameyang is a very, very good player, and we just need to get him down to that new contract, man. Just get him signed, sign the thing, and we need to move on and try and sign the likes of Joelson Fernandez, who we'll talk in a second, and Thomas Partey, and Philippe Coutinho, and Willian, who we've spoke about such a lot. And I think because of all these players that we are looking to bring in, that does show ambition, that we are trying to move forward in the right direction. So hopefully that could be able to convince Aubameyang, and the rumours are that he has been offered a new £300,000 contract. We have got an update on Joelson Fernandez, as Arsenal have apparently failed with an opening offer for Sporting CP winger Joelson Fernandez. Arsenal failed with an opening offer for Sporting CP winger Joelson Fernandez. Bola says the initial £20 million bid was not backed almost immediately, as the Portuguese side continued to hold out to meet the teenagers' £45 million release clause, but Arsenal expecting to test Sporting's resolve. Sporting fell well short of Champions League qualification and will need to play 2 qualifying rounds to make into the Europa League. They've already offloaded 1 player to the Premier League, with Matheus Torreira joining newly promoted West Bromwich Albion after a successful loan spell. Joelson scored 5 times for Sporting's under-23s in the 1920 season and played just over an hour of first-team football spread across 4 substitute appearances. Those stats just show that he is not a very experienced player, and he's played such little first-team football, and it's quite surprising to me Arsenal actually linked with him. And yes, he's only 17, and yes, he plays for Sporting, and he's made his first-team appearances already, and he's looked quite good, and apparently, you know, obviously linked with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo. Clubs will always be interested, and Arsenal obviously made the mistake of not signing Ronaldo, not signing the likes of Bruno Fernandes, obviously from Sporting as well. So Arsenal apparently don't want to make the same mistake and really want to sign Joelson Fernandez. He is a player that has been a lot of rumours linked to him, especially different money offers. Apparently Arsenal are going to trigger his release clause, and a 30 million offer. Now a 20 million offer has been rejected. Now Sporting really on a 45 million pound. Apparently Sporting are willing to accept 13 million. It's really weird what's going on with the price tag at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. I think only time will tell in this one. If Arsenal keep testing Sporting's resolve, obviously with Joelson's deal up next season, it'll be, you know, Sporting will probably have to try and sell, but obviously they'll try and get as close as they can to that 45 million pound release clause. I've done many videos on the past on Joelson Fernandez, as you can see in my Arsenal Transfer News Dailies, and I've done a separate video on him. So if you guys want more information on him, on past updates, then you guys can check those videos out. They will be on my channel. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel as well, and you can look at those news on Joelson Fernandez also. So today the update on Joelson Fernandez is that Arsenal have had a bid knocked back and failed and rejected for Joelson Fernandez, and that rejected bid is in the region of around £20 million from Arsenal. Next bit of news is on a possible departure, and that is of Lucas Torreira. And Arsenal outcast Lucas Torreira is set for a return to Italy during summer transfer window, but only if Marco Gampiolo takes charge of Torino. The future of Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira could depend on who is appointed Torino's new manager. Gunners boss Mikel Arteta has made it clear Torreira is 24 years old, is not part of his plans of moving forward after using the holding midfielder sparingly since the Premier League restart. One manager who is keen on the Uruguayan, however, is his former Sampdoria boss Marco Giampaglio. In fact, reports claim Torino could assign Torreira in order to secure the services of Gampiolo as the new manager. Gampiolo is widely expected to take up the vacant position at Torino following the Italian club's sacking of Moreno Longo. According to Corriere dello Sport, Gampiolo has a list of demands. One include the signing of his former student Lucas Torreira. Obviously, Arsenal did sign Lucas Torreira from Sampdoria a few years ago. Obviously, Unai Emery's first year, with Arteta seemingly preferring the likes of Granit Xhaka, Dani Ceballos and Joe Willock in midfield. Torreira could be allowed to leave this summer. Arsenal obviously being interested in Thomas Partey and Philippe Coutinho. The Gunners are expected to shift several first-team players in order to create funds to bring in fresh talent. Mesut Ozil, Guendouzi, Lacazette have also been linked with moves away. Meanwhile, the Gunners have been linked to the likes of Chelsea's Willian, Partey, as we just said, and Said Benrahma has also been linked as well as a possible winger, if we can't get the likes of Fernandez and Willian, but that is a story for another day. The news on Lucas Torreira today is that he could be returning to Italy if Gampiolo does return to Italy as Torino's manager, and I'm not sure what the fee could be. Arsenal could be holding for around 35 to 40 million pounds on Torreira. It'll be interesting to see what happens, especially after Guendouzi was valued at around 40 million pounds. So I won't be surprised if Torreira's valuation is similar. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do like, subscribe. If you want to be featured in one of these shows, please leave a comment down below. Please leave a like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.